Hi, welcome to VV Vintage and my audio blog, video blog. I know there's a word for that and I can't think of it. So I started a blog on our website and I also wanted to share some stuff onto our YouTube channel. So welcome, and step inside my head. So my first blog was about why vintage is the new sustainable cool thing to do for ourselves that isn't really new. You know, thrifters and people have been repurposing and reusing stuff for eons and eons, either just out of the thrift of it to save money, economize. Our grandparents and great grandparents cobbled things together, baler twine, duct tape, it all worked just to make it last a little longer as opposed to going out and just buying a replacement. And now it is something where it's also saving money because we all just don't have money to throw away. And it's paying more attention to the impact we leave for the future generations as far as like being environmentally friendly and things like that. So there's ways to have fun with thrifting and finding your style that is also conscientious of the world we are moving through and what we leave for others. It keeps stuff out of landfills. You can find amazing wood quality furniture that the wood isn't even around anymore. You couldn't imagine getting anything remotely ornate or handmade, handcrafted. When you start to look at old furniture and look underneath it and look at the dovetailing on the drawers, it is amazing. And this stuff has been around forever. The cool thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. All those little bumps and scratches and scuffs, they're all part of its story, just like us. We all have those. There's a scar here, things like that. It's all part of our story. And you can just be a steward of that story until you pass that amazing piece of furniture or that vintage dress on to someone else. The other kind of like, I wouldn't say other, but in addition to that, thrifting and vintage, and that you can really state your style without stating your style. If you love, the 80s and you're into the bold color blocking and things like that, the geometric patterns or the green and mauve, whatever, you don't have to like tell people, your style just comes through. And the same when you find pieces you love to put in your kitchen or in your bedroom or in your bathroom, in your home, to change that space from just a place you live into a reflection of things you're drawn to. It's really cool. And I always tell people when we're talking, I'm like, if you pick your 10 or 12 most favorite items that you own, big or small, and you lay them out on the floor, you may think in your mind they're really disjointed, but you will find a common theme running through all of them, without even knowing. It could be a certain color palette. It could be everything has a unique sense of geometry to it. It could all be just this really wonderful, sleek, modernistic design palette. It could be just you love carving. You will find that theme, and you may not even have realized that you were collecting with that subconsciously. And when you put that stuff in your home and you style it, it reflects you. Because you don't want people to come into your house and sit on the edge of your furniture afraid to get the white and gray dirty. because it's like something out of a magazine. You want people to come into your home just like you're having a conversation with them, where they can sit down and they feel comfortable and they can lean in, and just because it feels like you. And if they're your friends or family and they know you and you've opened your doors to them to come into your home, they want to feel you. They don't want to feel like they're walking into a museum, unless museums are your vibe. But I like to be comfortable, and I think when you find these things that you love, thrifted or new, we prefer thrifted anyway, it really starts to reflect your personality, what makes you unique. Um, I always say if I have to close my shop tomorrow, I am just really happy to take all of this home with me. My husband may not be, because this is me. Our house is decorated very much like this. It's everything I love. At some point, I felt a big enough connection to go, I think I'm going to buy that. And that is what's really fun, is when your space and your clothes, it's making a statement without saying a word, right? Because like it or not, people will initially judge a book by its cover. And then they'll get to know you, and then they'll be like, my gosh, I really love her. The cover is great. Let's go from there. The fun part is actually the thrill of the hunt, going out and finding stuff. Like, where do you find stuff? It could be at yard sales. It could be flea markets. It could be in your grandma's attic or basement. It could be in grandpa's shed. You know, the really cool thing that I see is when younger people come in the shop. I know I sound old by saying that, but I don't care. I am old-ish. Young at heart, young in spirit. Is they think outside the box. They'll look at something and be like, oh, but that would be great to use it as XYZ as opposed to what it was made for, ABC. And I love that. That is like, how can I make this cool thing work somehow for me? And the thrill of the hunt, you know, and you can set a budget and stay within that if you're patient, you know, marketplace, things like that. Know what you want to spend, know what you're looking for. Or sometimes you may not know, but when you see it, you know. That happens to me all the time, all the time. The thrill of the hunt is there. And one thing, you know, there's all the hints and tips of, you know, you can always offer lower. Yeah, I mean, I don't get offended. If it doesn't work, I'll say no in the shop. The one thing that I do here in the shop is we offer layaway for higher priced items. Because years ago when I was first married, I fell in love with this amazing antique piece of furniture at an antique shop in Miamitown, Ohio. And I got to know the older fella who ran the place. He was kind of crusty and I loved him. And he taught me so much. And he allowed me to put that on layaway. And I saved money from coupons and things like that to pay it off. I still have that piece of furniture today. Those things make a difference. I worked hard. I treasured it. I mean, like, someone took the time to allow me to make that piece my own. But also that guy, he shared so much knowledge with me. And I am not like into gatekeeping. Like, if you ask me a question and it's something I know about, you better be ready because I'm going to tell you about it. And if I don't know about it, I am going to probably tell you the different ways I would go about trying to find out more about it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Yeah. But the thrill of the hunt, man, it can be anywhere. It can be everywhere. You can do it solo. Sometimes I'm in the mood to just be by myself and I'll just window shop and get inspired. Like for me, when people come in the shop and they're like, oh, we're just killing time waiting. I don't care. Have fun. Look around. Thank you for coming through the door. I mean, of course, I love it when you buy something, but when people come in and appreciate, it's fun. And when you ask questions, I will tell you, I may not know where my car keys are, but I can tell you something about dang near every piece in this shop. It's a weird skill set. I don't know. We all have words for that. Anyway, so is thrifting the new cool thing to do? I think thrifting and being savvy in upcycling has been around for a really, really long time. I think the cool part about it now is more people seem to be doing it, either because of the economy, or a lot that I hear is the impact on our environment. Not buying modern synthetic clothes because of the chemicals that go into making it, the dyes, the labor, the fact that they aren't quality, they fall apart easily, and then they're in our landfill for who knows how long, because you can't repurpose them into rags because synthetics don't absorb like cotton or wool. I've really taken, if I have to buy something new anymore, I buy as close to 100% cotton or natural fiber as I can. It's really hard to find. But I think this new, more forefront of our mind, thrifting, is awesome, and I love it. And I hope you do too. I think it's fun. So I'm going to put this on our YouTube channel. Follow. Hey, do that. What do they say? Oh, click and follow. I don't know. Anyway, I have to go open my shop. Have fun. Have a great day. And I will do this again next week when I do my next blog. All right. See you. Bye.